Hi everyone, this is Brian Hayes and welcome to a short discussion on composing songs for the saxophone. If I play this famous melody for you, many of you will recognise that as Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And depending on how familiar you are with that tune, you might have been singing in your mind, somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, while I was playing those notes. That's very much a song. It has a melody, and the melody is supported by lyrics or words. Now, the alternative is if I play this for you. That is the equally famous Pink Panther theme written by Henry Mancini. Now that is a tune. There are no words to the theme for the Pink Panther. It's a subtle difference, but it's the same as the difference between using the term chord and arpeggio. We can't ever play a chord on the saxophone. We need 3 or more saxophones, either live together or multi-tracked, to play a chord on the saxophone. We can, however, play an arpeggio. We just can't hit those notes at the same time. However, in today's language, arpeggio and chord are largely interchangeable, as are the terms song and tune. Having said that, today I'm interested in talking about tunes for the saxophone and composing a tune, and in particular a riff-based tune. Now, a riff is just a musical phrase that's often repeated, and I'll play a basic riff for you now. Okay, that's based on G minor for the saxophone, and in fact I've just recently uploaded a tune called Riffin, which is an original song I composed in a minor blues in the key of G minor for the tenor saxophone, so F minor concert. But if we think in the terms of G minor, that basic riff that I just played repeats itself while the chord is G minor. When the chord goes to C minor, I simply take that riff up to the notes that are relative to a C minor chord. Okay, and then it goes back to G minor. Then when I composed this song, I decided that the next chord would be E flat 7th. Now E flat 7th, if you know your music theory, comprises of the notes E flat, G, B flat and D flat. These notes. Now I could have taken that same riff against the chord, but I chose not to. I chose to just play a 2 or 3 note melody as the chord changes from E flat 7th to D 7th. So D 7th would have been D, F sharp, A and C. We could have made a riff based on those notes. But what I chose to do is link a melody to that chord change. So if you listen to the song, which I'll play at the end of this clip, you'll hear this part of the tune becomes a simple 3 note melody. So I play from E flat, I then do a sort of a run up to B flat and then resolve it back to A. E flat and B flat sit comfortably with E flat 7th. A is one of the 4 notes in D 7th. And then I round out the 12 bar form of the song with a slightly different riff for the final riff before the song repeats. Okay, so the tune Riffin is what they call an AABAD format. Now what that means is it's a minor blues, it's a 12 bar blues. So A represents the first 12 bars. Then the A says, well, we do that again. Now, when I've recorded it, I do a slightly different harmony for the second verse, just so that it is different from the first. Then I play what they call a middle 8. There's an 8-bar middle to this tune, so that's the B. A is like verse 1, verse 2. B is the middle 8. And in the B flat key, I just play an A7th chord and hold that for 8 bars, and I improvise on the tenor against that A7th. It takes the listener away from the standard blues. Then it returns to the A section, but it repeats the last 4 bars of the song twice before it ends. So plays it normally, then it repeats it twice. So that last 8 bars of the song is what they call the D part. So the form of the tune is A, B, A, D. I'll let you listen to it now. I'll just put up on the screen. A lot of people ask me what equipment I use, both saxophone-wise, but also what equipment I use to record my music that I put on YouTube and also the videos. So for those of you that are interested, you'll see on the screen just a list of the key equipment that I use. I tend to update my hardware and software every 3 to 4 years. I've played the same saxophones for 40 years, absolutely love them. Essentially played the same mouthpieces and reed and ligature for a very long time as well. So I tend to stick with my musical instruments for extended periods, but the technology I keep updating every 3 or 4 years. I hope you've enjoyed this brief introduction to composing a riff-based tune for the saxophone. Let's have a listen to it now. This is Riffin, composed, performed, recorded and produced by me, Brian Hayes. I hope you enjoy it. Bye for now.